Allow me, Chief Guest, to also recognize with us some regional coordinators and allow me to read them jointly, then they may stand together and greet us. We have Regional Coordinator for Southern Region, Mr. Joseph Tunui. Mr. Joseph. We have with us Regional Coordinator, North Rift Region, Mr. Nelson Mukuria, and Regional Coordinator, Central Region, Alice Kipto, and last but not least, Regional Coordinator, Northern Region, Mr. Geoffrey Sigay. If they could just stand and wave. Oh, great. Our gracious Chief Guest, with your permission, I'd also like to recognize from our disciplined forces, General Kahari of the National Defense College, representing his commandant, Lieutenant General Kendago. Thank you. We also have with us Brigadier Omolo, the Director of Examinations at the National Defense University, Kenya. And from our internal governance structures, we have Mr. Eliud Lagat, Director of Investigations of the Bureau of Criminal Investigations. With your permission, Chief Guest, we also have representatives from international missions and multinational institutions. With us today, we have the Lead Operations Advisor, Africa Development Bank, Mr. Babubakar Sankare. With him is the Director for World Customs Organization, our very own Mr. Larry Lisa. We also have partners from international learning institutions with us today. From the Institute of Tax Administration in Tanzania, we have Professor Isaiah Jairo. We have with us Mr. Rioba Mzalendo. And still from the same institution, we have Mr. Kasi Filesian. From the Uganda Revenue Authority Chief Guest, their Learning Center, we have Mr. Humphrey Agaba. From our domestic learning institutions, we have with us today, from the Kenya Methodist University, Dr. Susan Laimaru, the principal, Nairobi campus. With us, Mr. Chief Guest, with your permission, as we are coming to the end of the guests with us today, we have from the Kenya International and Freight Warehousing Association, Mr. George Ochola. From the Federation of East Africa Freight Association, we have Mr. Elias Mbaluku. We have from the same institution, Ms. Josephine Nyebaza. And lastly, we have from the same institution, Mr. Andrew Onyonga. As we come to a close, Dr. Our chief guest, we have from the EACC, Mr. Regina Jemutai. And from our management team, Mr. Chief Guest, allow me to recognize Ms. Patience Njau, our DC HR. At this point, as we wait to segue into the next session, I shall call upon the band to just give us one number, then we proceed on to the business of the day. Band. Kifwa chairman. I was told Kifwa was replaced. Thank you, Yellow Wagoners. With your gracious permission, Chief Guest, allow me to recognize two more guests who've just joined us. We have from the Kenya International Freight and Warehousing Association, Mr. Roy Mwanthi. A round of applause for him, please. And with Mr. Roy Mwanthi, we have Fred Alo. A round of applause for him, please, as well. At this juncture, Mr. Chief Guest, with your gracious permission, it is now my singular pleasure to call upon Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi to give his opening remarks. If we could welcome him with a round of applause, everybody. Thank you.
Our chief guest, PAS National Treasury, and God willing, the incoming PS Public Service, Amos Gadesha, our Commissioner General, who is our boss, and also the Chancellor of the institution, Gedimboro, our board members present, all our guests, my colleague commissioners, and all the staff of Kenya Revenue Authority, guardians present here today, all our graduates, invited guests, good morning. Chief guest, CG, ladies and gentlemen, today is not my day. Today is the day of these ladies and gentlemen here who are graduating. And therefore, my remarks will be very, very few, also given that we are a bit behind with regard to time. And so as we start, I would want to request the KESRA staff, wherever they are, to please be upstanding, all our staff in the school. And so, Chief Guest, Commissioner General, I would like to most graciously thank this team, not just for preparing this event, but for the work that they continue to do selflessly to bring this school to the levels that it should be. I can confirm that some of these people went home in the morning just to change and come back here, and that they have hardly slept the whole week. And therefore, can we clap for these ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much. And so, Chief Guest, ladies and gentlemen, our annual graduation ceremony is the most important event in the calendar of KESRA. And so on behalf of KESRA, it is my wish to welcome all of you to this event. Your presence is a blessing to all of us, and we feel privileged. Even as we graduate the 874 graduates here today, it would not have been possible were it not for the support that we have continued to receive from the KRA management, from the board, and from everybody here today. In the last few years, Chief Guest, CG, ladies and gentlemen, the school has made various strides, and these include the following. We are now training about 7,000 KRA staff per year, up from less than 1,000 per year 4 years ago. We have established and enhanced strategic partnerships with various institutions, including the KDF, the OECD, ATAF, IMF, JKUAT, Moi University, and many others to help us to achieve this very important mandate. And through these partnerships, I am happy to report that about 400 KRA staff have been able to attain postgraduate qualifications in the last 3 years alone, while over 120 KRA managers and another 100 assistant managers have been able to complete programs at the Kenya Defense Forces. We are also hosting the OECD African Academy for Tax and Financial Crimes Investigations, and we are now an IMF TADAT training center. We are also ATAF's regional training partner. We have now developed the KESRA mobile app and a chatbot, which will help to enhance the interface between our students and our clients and the school, and we are going to be launching it here today. I'm happy to report, Chief Guest, CG, ladies and gentlemen, that we are also enhancing our facilities, especially in Mombasa, and shortly we are going to complete our swimming pool complex and a number of other facilities that we are working on in Mombasa. There are many other things that we plan during the year. Shortly, we are going to be receiving the first virtual reality equipment from the WCO and the government of Korea for purposes of training our customs officer, one of a kind in the region. But Chief Guest, CG, ladies and gentlemen, even as we celebrate our past milestones, we are focused and indeed humbled by the great opportunities that lie ahead of us. And when I was preparing my remarks, CG, my staff sent me with many messages, but I want to communicate the overarching message. KESRA shall meet all the targets that have been bestowed upon us this year, in spite of any challenge that may come our way, even as the authority looks at ways of solving some of the small challenges that might be there. And so that is the known for us as a school. And as I conclude, I would like to thank the government, the KRA board, our Commissioner General, the KESRA Governance Board, and the KRA management for supporting KESRA. To all our graduates today, we are extremely proud of you. Let me repeat that. We are extremely proud of you. And our relationship with you has not come to an end. It is actually just beginning. Through the app that we are going to launch today, you'll be able to interact with us in many other ways. You'll be able to get a lot of knowledge through our knowledge repository. You'll also be able to read a lot of our stuff, like the Tax Prism, which is our business magazine, and all the other interactions that you might require with us. And now, our chief guest, it is my singular honor to invite the Commissioner General to give his remarks. Welcome, sir.
Our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning, represented here today by the Principal Administrative Secretary, Bwana Amos Gadesha, the KRA Board members present here today, senior government officials present, heads of various organizations and they're represented here today, our KRA staff and management, our very esteemed graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you here today to celebrate with us KESRA's 19th graduation ceremony. May I take this early opportunity to thank our chief guest, the Cabinet Secretary for the National Treasury and Economic Planning, for accepting our invitation and being represented here today. Honorable CS, KESRA plays a critical role in supporting capacity building in KRA, in the wider country, in the entire country, in our region, and in the world. The school is recognized as one of the best in Africa in the areas of tax and customs, as evidenced by the mandate that has been bestowed upon her to train for Africa by various bodies such as the WCO, the ATAF, and the OECD. These partnerships with renowned international institutions globally ensures that there is broad sharing of experiences and that the skills acquired make it easier for KESRA graduates to work in any part of the world. Domestically, the school has strategic partnerships with various institutions, including the Kenya Defense Forces, through which we have been able to train over 120 senior managers, that is with the KDF, and over 100 of other staff of other cadres in the last 2 years. The joint trainings with KDF focuses on building a culture of patriotism, integrity, and utmost discipline in the conduct of our mandate. Honorable CS, let me turn to the graduates who are the reason for this day's occasion. Graduates, you are now better prepared to pursue your dreams and positively impact our world. Every step you make in acquiring skills and experience supports the achievement of your aspirations, and it is my belief that what you have acquired here at KESRA is part of this journey. If I remember my own case, I remember I sat where you were sitting many years ago, and I was very excited, like you are today, to graduate. And as I left that graduation ceremony, I walked out there to face the world, to be able to impact my world and to better my own life. And for a number of months, I tried to look for a job, and it was a bit difficult. So I would go to a restaurant nearby because I couldn't afford a newspaper to write down the people who were advertising for jobs and go home and apply. And I did many applications. There were hundreds of them. And I started, some I would receive the responses, others would never come. And those that came, one by one, all of them regrets. We regret, and they regretted and regretted and regretted. So I found that these regrets is too much. Let me find something I could be doing as a regret. And I started a small business where I would go and procure some firewood, carry it on my bicycle, and supply it to some hotels, restaurants somewhere, as those people are regretting. But I didn't give up. And that is why I'm saying, I want you to believe that your future, a great future lies ahead of you, especially for those who are not working. You should never be discouraged at all. So I sold those firewood for for about 4 or 5 months. And unfortunately, I was not paid because I was supplying on credit. You can imagine the money I had was borrowed. I have supplied the firewood and the people have not paid, and I do not have a job and I do not know where to go. So one day I thought about it. I said, tomorrow I will pick my papers and walk. Now, I'm not going to write any other letter. I was tired of the regrets. Let me walk to the offices. And the first office I entered was a school. It was an accounting training institution. They offered CPA, and because I was a graduate of commerce, and I had done up to CPA 2, part 2, then I told them, can I teach for you? And I think they didn't have a teacher. And yet they had not advertised. So they offered me the job same day. They were asking me to walk into class. I told them I need to prepare. So I went home and came the next day. I taught for them for 2 weeks. Then one of the letters I had applied for a long time came and said, come for an interview. So I went for that interview. They looked at me, they said, young man, we are looking for an accountant. When we examine you, you don't seem to have any experience. But it was also a bigger college of training. Can you teach? I told them, yes, I'm already teaching. Why not? Now, they told me, come on Monday ready to teach. And they tripled my salary after 2 weeks. So I did not even go back to collect what I had taught for 3 weeks. I started a new one. And I taught there for 3.5 years. The point is, every journey starts somewhere. That was my career journey and how it started. And today, I am here presiding over this graduation ceremony, giving my speech to you and encouraging you that despite your circumstances in life, keep moving. If they regret so much, sell the firewood. If you supply the firewood and they don't pay, take your file, walk into the offices. If you walk into the offices and you teach for 2 weeks and you get another one, you move on. And one day, you'll be somewhere, the very place that you desired to be. A day will come when you look back in fulfillment and gratitude that you made KESRA part of your life adventure. Finally, congratulations to all graduates, and I wish you all fulfilling careers and a life journey full of God's guidance and blessing. Thank you. I would like now to welcome the chairman of the KERA board, here today represented by our director, Engineer Leonard Idao, to greet the congregation. Thank you very much.
Our chief guest, P.S. Amos Gadacha, the KRA board members present, represented by Marianne Jau, our Commissioner General, Gidi Mburu, KRA commissioners present, the leadership and faculty of KESRA, KRA management, distinguished guests, parents, guardians, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the board of the authority, I'd like to, first of all, congratulate each and every one of you for the achievement that you have managed to achieve and which will be celebrated today. By lunchtime, you will have a certificate with you that will declare that you are able to practice in one discipline or another. And for most of you, this is not your first graduation. You graduated from primary school, secondary school, some of you university. And some of you may ask yourself at the end, what am I left with? Why and why? What was I left with from this year or 2 years that I spent studying? One may say, I learned a lot about customs, about domestic taxes. But we all know the memory of that will fade. For some of us, we'll pursue different careers, different opportunities as highlighted by the Commissioner General. I want to put to you that the biggest asset that will remain with you is the people sitting next to you. The network that you are able to generate by the close to 800 graduates here. That is something you should not let go of when we disperse after this ceremony. If you go to the greatest institutions in the world, you'd be surprised how simple their buildings are. There's nothing impressive about them. What is impressive is the relationships that people develop by coming together in those institutions and by remaining attached to those institutions after they've left through the alumni network. So take the opportunity of the uniqueness of the person sitting next to you. That will be the key to the next door, for the next opportunity, for the next job. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not even next year, but in 10, 15, 20 years. So you're fortunate that you have so many numbers to call upon. And each of the persons next to you have their own network, so it's multiplied so many times. So I'm so optimistic for your futures. It is bright, it is hopeful. So seize it, enjoy it, and as you do it, always remember your duty, apart from yourself and your families, is to assist others to also be able to reach the level you are or even exceed you. With that, I wish you all the very, very best. Go out, go lead, go do. It is now my distinct pleasure to invite our chief guest to address us.
The Commissioner General, the KRA board members, management and staff of Kenya Revenue Authority, distinguished guests, parents and guardians, esteemed graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I stand here to represent the Cabinet Secretary for National Treasury and Economic Planning, who had been invited as a chief guest, but he could not attend in person because he had to travel to Arusha to attend a meeting of the East African community. And therefore, he told me to wear his shoes, which are very big. I don't think I can fit in them, to come and represent him. So I'll read his speech as he had wanted it delivered. On behalf of the National Treasury and Planning and the entire government, I wish to start by congratulating the KRA Board, the Commissioner General, and the leadership of KESRA for their auspicious occasion of KESRA's 19th graduation ceremony. I also congratulate most sincerely the close to 1,000 graduates who are graduating here today. Graduation ceremonies are generally very happy events. However, they can also be source of anxiety for graduates, especially as they ponder their next moves in their journeys of life. Esteemed graduates, to allay the anxieties that some of you might be going through, I am happy to report that many of us have gone through several graduation ceremonies as graduates, and we ended up just fine. So if our journeys turned out well, why would yours not turn well? I wish to confirm that the future is even brighter now for you than it was during our time. The opportunities open to you all, the opportunities open to all of you are immense. You just need to approach life with courage and with a spirit of service, and you will be fine. As we celebrate your academic achievements with you today, I think it is important for you to spare a few moments to reflect on your previous journey and on the journey ahead, and pick some lessons from your past journey and see how these lessons can be applied to improve the journey ahead. Commissioner General, since my appointment as Cabinet Secretary of the National Treasury a month ago, I have spent time to gain a deeper understanding of the work and dynamics of KRA, and I can confidently say that I appreciate the work that KRA team continues to do for this country. To the KRA management, as the National Treasury, we shall continue to support KRA with necessary resources so that you can enhance your capacity to mobilize even more revenue for the country. We shall also continue to work with KRA to identify other areas of support, to support the work that you do in other spheres outside revenue, including in the areas of trade facilitation and market protection. I'm also greatly appreciative of the work of KESRA. Training close to 7,000 out of 8,500 staff in 1 year is not a small achievement. Indeed, very few private and public entities are able to attain even half of their workforce every year. Going by these numbers, KRA is already training over 80% of staff per year. I must congratulate you, Commissioner General, and your team for this achievement. I believe time has come for KESRA to support government ministries and agencies, even more in capacity building that has direct bearing on tax compliance within government. For instance, there might be scope for a training program for the parastatal boards and senior government officers who are agents of government in tax mobilization. I will be happy to discuss this possibility with a view to have it, to move it forward for implementation. I take note of the rapid growth achievements. I take note of the rapid growth achieved by the school in the last few years. I particularly note with satisfaction the footprint that KESRA has already built around the continent in areas of tax and customs administration. I'm also informed that KESRA is the largest of the 4 regional training centers for WCO in East and Southern Africa, the host of OECD Africa Academy for Tax and Financial Crimes Investigations, and the regional training partner for ATAF. The National Treasury shall continue to support KRA as it invests to enhance the capacity of KESRA. In particular, I'm aware of the need for land within Nairobi to establish KESRA's main campus, even as we cement the position of the school as Africa's premier tax and customs academy. I commit to work with the board and the Commissioner General to find some land for this important project in the coming days. As I close my remarks, may I take this opportunity to thank the guardians of all those that are graduating today for the support that you have given these graduates throughout their studies. May I also once again congratulate all of you graduates for successfully completing your studies at KESRA. It is my hope that you will find it useful to further your studies to keep growing yourselves. Congratulations to all of you. Those are the remarks of the Cabinet Secretary, Professor Jogona Ndongo of National Treasury and Economic Affairs. So I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate the graduates for the attainment that you have been able to get, and for the parents for supporting these young people. The life is in front of you. It's for you to take the opportunity and run with it. Thank you.
Thank you, our Honorable Chief Guest. A round of applause for him. I believe we can do better. Maybe you can appreciate him with 3 hearty claps. 1, 2, 3. Again. Funga. Fungua. Thank you, Mr. PAS, Mr. Amos Njoroge Gadesha. Ladies and gentlemen, aren't we happy to be here today? Isn't this a happy occasion? As has been conveyed to us by the Professor Ndungu of the Cabinet Secretary for National Planning, he has told us that graduations come with them some excitement and a measure of concern, but he has told us to take heart. We've heard from our Commissioner General, he had said that at all times, keep it moving. Keep it, that there's no situation that is ever permanent. And I'd just like to echo the words of Commissioner Dr. Mugambi. He has said, congratulations to each and every single one of you. Mr. Chief Guest, with your permission, allow me to call upon the band to serenade us with a tune as we transit to the next section, to allow also the AP band to assemble themselves because they will be necessary as we go along. Yellow Wagoners and our Administration Police Band, please begin assembling yourselves by the time they finish their tune. Yellow Wagoners, over to you. A hand, ladies and gentlemen, for the yellow wagoners. Mr. Chief Guest, I'd like to assure you we have talent in our disciplined forces, and that is what we have. Mr. Chief Guest, allow me at this moment to call for the attention of everyone in the hall, the auditorium, towards the screens for a congratulatory message to the graduates from our management. Media team, if you could cue in the clip.
To you all graduates, I say congratulations. We know that you'll do very well for yourselves, and we stand with you.
Congratulations to the graduates of class 2022 from the Kenya School of Revenue Administration. I am happy to warmly congratulate you on your graduation, and I wish you all the best in your current and future endeavors. Asante.
Congratulations to the 2022 graduating class, 874 of you are graduating. This is really a great job. You've walked a good academic journey.
I wish to heartily congratulate all graduates on this great achievement and all those who walked this journey with them.
To the class of 2022, I wish to convey my hearty congratulations on the completion of your course. You've worked very hard, and now your successful career in tax and customs lies ahead.
I want to congratulate all of you in this 19th graduation ceremony of KESRA and the class of 2022. This is a great achievement, and you started the journey to become tax professionals.
I therefore want to congratulate you all for the success and wish you well in your future careers.
We look forward to what you have to offer, and we hope that you keep accomplishing more in the days ahead. Congratulations and best wishes.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our management, and of course to yourselves, our graduates, because you are the reason that we are here. And to our guardians and our parents, we want to thank you for your support. Mr. Chief Guest, at this moment, I would like to call for your attention towards the screen with the rest of everyone in the auditorium. At KESRA, we are a school of continuous innovation. So ladies and gentlemen, we want to show you an innovative product that is geared and targeted towards all of you. So media team, if you could take us into the next segment so that we can have our chief guest launching our most innovative product for us today.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate all grand ones, KESRA grand ones, the grand ones in custom administration, grand ones in custom tax course, and grand ones in customs and logistics certificate on your 19th graduation ceremony. We as an association want to stand with you and wish to congratulate you on this auspicious occasion for when you have been
Experience KESRA in a whole new way. KESRA has developed a mobile app to unlock convenience. The app is a one-stop shop for all knowledge on tax, customs, and fiscal policy. As a student, you can enhance your student experience through the creation of an individual profile. This profile will enable you to register for your academic units, access your timetable, and check your fee statement on the go. The KESRA experience is not limited to KESRA students. For professionals and anyone seeking to enrich their knowledge in tax, customs, and fiscal policy, you can use the app to access the knowledge repository. This repository opens you up to a world of journals, articles, and research papers. If you're undertaking research on tax, customs, and fiscal policy, this is the place to be, as the frequently updated of journals, articles, and research papers. If you're undertaking research on tax, customs, and fiscal policy, this is the place to be, as the frequently updated
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the launch of the KESRA app. A round of applause, please. Mr. Chief Guest, at this moment, I would like to call upon you, together with our CG, to launch our app. If our attention could be directed at the front of the dais. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the KESRA app. I would like to invite all of you at this moment to take out your phones. Please go to the Play Store and search for KESRA. We are an innovative school. With the KESRA app, as has been mentioned in our video, you shall be able to inquire and register for the courses that we have available to you. If you could just join me, on my Android phone, I have already gone to the Play Store. If you're there with me, we have Wi-Fi. You can use your personal mobile data, and we can join together and begin to download the KESRA app. And this app is not strictly just for students. Even for you, mom and dad, our guardians, our friends, our brothers, our sisters, this app has something for you. Are you traveling and at the airport and you don't know what requires to be declared or the limits? The answer is in the app. Are you ready to come and declare and you want to know the rates available to you? The answer is in the app. For those of you who are our corporate customers and you want some measure of training from KESRA and you need to know what we have available for you, the answer is in the app. So ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, please, if you have not done so already, take out your mobile phones, begin to download the KESRA app. No problem. Also, I've been made aware to call for 2 students who are required to be seen by one of our KESRA coordinators. Please allow me to just find their name. But as we get ready to look through for that, ladies and gentlemen, it is my singular pleasure at this moment to call just for one number from the Kenya Police Band so that they can transit us towards the award ceremony. Administration Police Band. So these two I was looking for and I couldn't see them. Yeah, Patricia Getiri, Kelvin Mumbe Kago. Wakuabudiwa, sindio? That's the one. It was by who? Just stand there, it helps look like we're being busy. Christine Shusho. Chonjo. I think I'm done with this one, huh? So now we're moving on to? Yeah, it's this other one now. Christine Shusho. Award session, yeah? Wakuabudiwa, Christine Shusho. Then call for these two. Where's my friend? This one? Thank you. Oh, here. Thank you. Thank you, Kenya Police Band. That was Wakuabudiwa by Christine Shusho. Please allow me to call upon Patricia Getiri and Kelvin Mumbe Kago. Behind me, there is a room. Please see one of our KESRA coordinators, Mr. Joffrey. Patricia Getiri and Kelvin Mumbe Kago. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my singular pleasure, with permission of the chief guest, to call upon Dr. Emma Omwenga for the awards ceremony. Please put your hands together for Dr. Emma Omwenga.
Oh, thank you. Good morning once more. Now we move to the award. We have 10 different awards. We have the first 3 for the overall award. We have the Commissioner General's Award. We also have the Commissioner KESRA's Award. We have other 7 for the academic giants who did very well in their respective programs. I begin with the first 3. However, for the first overall award, I want to say that based on the school criteria, this year we did not have a suitable candidate, that is some work for the class of 2023. I move to the Commissioner General's Award. I read the citation. P.S. Amos Gadesha, Chief Guest, board members present, Commissioner General, commissioners, invited guests, faculty, staff, our esteemed graduates, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2021-2022, the student to be named satisfied the school's academic board for the Commissioner General's Award. The Diploma in Tax Administration student attained the highest grade in the academic year they are graduating. The KESRA Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding Caroline Jeb-Koech. This accolade is worth a plaque, a certificate, and a scholarship worth 70,000 Kenya shillings to study any course of choice at KESRA. I now call upon the Commissioner General to present the award to Caro, as I call Caro to come forward for the award. Caro?
Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami alikolana, buso wami awukolana.
Well done to Caro.
Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami alikolana, buso wami awukolana. Ilondoloze.
And now to Commissioner KESRA's award. Well done, Caro. And now to Commissioner KESRA's award. I want to read the citation. During the academic year 2020-2022, the listed students satisfied the school academic board for the Commissioner KESRA's award for the following reasons: the academic achievement and his consistent commitment in representing KESRA as an ambassador in the society. The graduate of Technical Certificate in Customs Administration demonstrated visible leadership among his colleagues. The student or the awardee continues to play a liaison role between the school and the society on tax matters. He maintained close contact with the school after completing his studies by providing feedback on how the school needs to continue to improve the training content. The awardee is currently working at Swam Customs Border Station. The KESRA Academic Board, therefore, takes great pride in awarding Mr. Joseph Kimanzi this accolade. This award is worth a certificate, a plaque, and a scholarship worth 50,000 Kenya shillings to study a course of choice at KESRA. I now call upon the Commissioner KESRA to give the award to Joseph Kimanzi. Well done, Joseph.
Papa Asante, kweli we ni Mungu. Yemi alade. Papa Asante, kweli we ni Mungu. Kama una hasule lazima utulie, ujivunie, ubangaize.
And now we are through with the overall awards. Now we move to the academic giants. This means the following students I call in the respective certificate and diploma programs scored the highest academic mark according to the KESRA Academic Board. I will read the citation and call the 3 students in Certificate in Tax, Certificate in Customs, and EAC FFPC to come forward. Chief guests, board members, Commissioner General, invited guests, our esteemed graduates, faculty staff, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2021-2022, the following 3 students satisfied the school academic board for Best Award in Certificate in the 3 respective programs. These students are Certificate in Tax Administration. Distinction goes to Lidwin Cherotich. Certificate in Customs Administration. Upper credit goes to Marine Jepkirui. And the 3rd certificate awardee for East Africa Customs Freight Forwarding Practicing Certificate, abbreviated as EAC FFPC, goes to Ngome Emmanuel Banji with distinction. The KESRA Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding these 3 students the accolade. I now wish to call upon the Commissioner Domestic Taxes, represented by Gideon Muhwa, the Commissioner Customs, to come forward and give the award, starting with the Commissioner Domestic Taxes, to award Lidwin Cherotich. This award is worth a plaque and a certificate. Commissioner Domestic Taxes. We start with Lidwin. Commissioner Customs to come forward and award Marine Jepkirui, who scored an upper credit. Commissioner Customs, Marine, come forward. Commissioner Customs, again, please don't sit. You award Emmanuel Ngome for EAC FFPC distinction. Well done to Emmanuel. Well done to the 3 certificate students. Now we move to the stellar performance for the Diploma in Tax Administration and Diploma in Customs Administration. As is tradition, I want to read the citation. Chief guests, board members present, Commissioner General, invited guests, our esteemed graduates, faculty staff, ladies and gentlemen. During the academic year 2021-2022, the following 2 students satisfied the school academic board for award of best students in Diploma in Tax Administration and Diploma in Customs Administration. These students are, once again, Caroline Jepkoech with distinction for Diploma in Tax Administration. Diploma in Customs Administration goes to Lucalo Diana Luziriri, distinction. The KESRA Academic Board, therefore, takes pride in awarding these 2 students the awards. The award is worth a plaque and a certificate. I now call upon Commissioner Domestic Taxes and Commissioner Customs to present the awards. Commissioner Domestic Taxes to come and present to Carol. Well done, Carol, for the 2nd time. Customs to award Diana Luziriri. Well done. And the last list of the stellar performers, the academic giants, is for the Kenya Revenue Authority employees already trained in the technical certificate in tax administration and technical certificate in customs administration. And again, I will read the citation. During the academic year 2021-2022, the following 2 students satisfied the school academic board for the award of Best Students in Technical Certificate Programs. The students have demonstrated academic excellence and emerged top of their classes. These students are Technical Certificate in Tax Administration, Patricia Hitiri, distinction. Technical Certificate in Customs Administration, Kelvin Mombe Kago, again, distinction. The KESRA Academic Board once more takes pride to award these students these accolades. The accolades are worth a plaque and a certificate. I now call upon Commissioner, Domestic Taxes, and Commissioner, Customs and Border Control to present the award.
Come on, everybody, get your feet happy. Let's go, come on.
Okay. I'm informed that Mumbe Kelvin Kago is away. I want to call Geoffrey from KESRA Admissions Office to come and receive the award on behalf of Mumbe. Commissioner, DTD.
Come on, everybody, get your feet happy. Let's go, come on.
Well done, Patricia.
Where my islanders? Can some of y'all run down here to the front real quick? I gotta know who's in the building. Where my islanders? I need y'all to run down here. Come on, let me see you.
On behalf of Commissioner Customs.
Come on, Jehovah, say it. Jehovah, say it. I trust in you. Say it, y'all. Jehovah, you. I trust. Say it. Show me how to do it, y'all. I believe. Say it. I believe you. I trust. Come on. In you. Oh, Lord.
Thank you.
Where y'all at? Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our exemplary students. Of course, we're here today because we've all done well, but ladies, I believe, and gentlemen, we can do a little bit better for the sake of these ones who have achieved a distinction status. So we're going to do it a little bit differently. We'll just call on mosquitoes and catch them, correct? Mosquito, 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 catch it, catch it, catch it. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to tell you that we are currently live on air on KRA TV. Kenya Revenue Authority is always at the forefront of innovation. So during our Taxpayers Month, we launched KRA TV, where we are currently streaming this graduation. We are also live on YouTube on the KESRA channel. For those of you currently taking photographs, as I am sure you currently are, please don't forget to tag us, KESRA Graduation 2022. Please just remember that hashtag. Hashtag KESRA Graduation 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, and with the permission of you, Chief Guest, allow us to move into the award of the certificates and diplomas, the main reason we are here. Aren't we here to receive our awards and our diplomas? I can't hear you. Are we here to receive our awards and diplomas? Fantastic. Allow me to once more call upon Dr. Emma Omwenga to run this session. A round for Dr. Emma, please.
Thank you. And now we go to the larger awards. We have a total of 882 students who are graduating this year. I will begin with reading the citation for the certificate program. Once I'm through, I will then call the respective heads of programs to take us through the names of the graduates. Once your name is called, we request that you stand up. I read the citation. Chief guests, board members, Commissioner General, commissioners, invited guests, our esteemed graduates, faculty, staff, parents, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2021-2022, 165 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of Certificate in Customs Administration, Certificate in EAC FFPC, East Africa Customs Freight Forwarders Practicing Certificate, and Tax Administration, respectively. I now call upon Associate Head, Customs Training, Faith Madenge, Head of Tax Training, Emma Kidinji, to come forward and present the graduates. We begin with Faith Madenge, going through the list of the Certificate in Customs and the EAC FFPC list. Faith, please come forward.
Certificate in Customs Administration, Upper Credit. Anthony Esther Marianne Mosetti Njeru Peter Rispa Sang Were. Lower Credit, Devin Gichunge. Please remain upstanding for the award of the certificate. East Africa Customs Freight Forwarding Practicing Certificate, Distinction, Alan Mwanyenje Hassan, Bani Swaidera Mboro, B. Kenneth Kibet, Elizabeth Mbinya Mulili, Esther Nyambura Kehoria, Faith Nyawera Mugweru, Kiongo Festas Nyange, Chambu Kennedy Kasimu, Leonard Odhiambo, Lumumba Patrick, Maina Mehari Wambodia, Maweu Andrew Wambua, Musau Faith Dinda, Mutuku Peter Kavada, Mwangi Julius Maina, Ndongo Caroline Nyagodie, Ngome Emmanuel Mbaji, Nzou Elizabeth Lisi, Ogeta Lucas Mbime, Oluwoch Nancy Atieno, Oteke Mark Otieno, Saiga Kasim Mustafa, Simagui Chacha Edwin, Stephen Munyiri, Swale Ahmed Said, Tabitha Moige Matara, Tamal Mohamed Mutaza, Wangombe Ngoge Wanjohi. Upper Credit. Akenda, Ali Fadi, Ali Swale, Al Saddam, Andrew, Anguza, Ann, Ben, Bernard, Bowen, Chepkengeno, Evelyn, Faith, Frida, Gasheru, Gateru, Ismail, Jeffwa, Gathenya, Kipkorir, Kulwa, Kusimba, Lota, Lucia, Mainga Edwin, Mainga Susan, Margaret, Mohammed Jahawir, Mohammed Zakaria, Muhammad, Mohamud, Muhindi, Moreithi, Morunga, Motindi, Motua, Mwanzia, Njage, Nyakego, Odhiambo, Ogenga, Osicho, Oyese, Philista, Samuel, Shem. Lower Credit. Abdisalam, Abdullahi, Abdurrahman, Amalemba, Ame, Angel, Araule, Arnold, Asha, Benson, Daniel, Edith, Elizabeth, Evelyn, Faith, Felix, Hilda Chepngeno, Hilda Siombua, Joshua, Katena, Kennedy, Kevin, Kasabuli, Kibet, Langat, Lukorito, Masi Benson, Masi Mwangi, Moses, Mugoya, Mujahid, Mutunga. Nakali, Nancy, Naomi, Ngumba, Njoroge, Nyongesa Angeline, Nyongesa Kayeshe, Omar, Onget, Onserio, Philip, Rahab, Rosemary, Sakimba, Sean, Sigilai, Virginia, Watson, Yaya, Yugi. Pass. Deborah, Ibrahim, Joyce, Kennedy Kuria, Kennedy Siundu, Makrin, Manal, Michael, Moses, Mwema, Musila, Mwanzia, Naomi, Owen, Patrick, Shanice, Tessie. Please remain upstanding for the award of the certificate.
Certificate in Tax Administration, Distinction, Lidwin Cheratich, Upper Credit, Barasa, Limo, Nkaiwatei, Thidas. Lower Credit, Jacinta, Mongai, Njiro, Otieno, Johanna. Please remain upstanding for the award of the certificate.
I now call upon the Commissioner General to come and confer the certificate.
Upon the certification of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration Academic Board and by the powers conferred upon me by Kenya Revenue Authority during this 19th graduation of the award of the certificate and diplomas of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, I do hereby award you the certificate in tax administration, the certificate in customs administration, the certificate in East Africa customs freight forwarding, respectively, for which you have been trained, evaluated, and certified. Congratulations to you all.
Well done to the certificate in tax and certificate in customs administration graduates. Now moving on to the, please take your seats. Congratulations. Diploma in tax and diploma in customs administration. I'll read the citation. Once I'm through with the citations, I will call the respective instructors to read your names. You stand up, you remain upstanding until the Commissioner General awards you. Chief guest, Pierre Samos Gadesha, board members, Commissioner General, commissioners, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, during the academic year 2021-2022, 201 graduates satisfied the school academic board for the award of diploma in customs administration and award of diploma in tax administration. I now call upon the customs training head to present the graduates. I call Alice Kananu to read the names of the diploma in customs administration, and Davis Ongayo to read the names of the students, diploma in tax administration. Alice?
Diploma in Customs Administration, Distinction, Evelyn Mudaura, Lukalo Diana Luziriri, Mary Mbithe Munyeke, Ndegwa Monica Gadoni, Veronica Nuru Chigiri. Upper Credit, Akumu, Alice, Alan, Austin, Beatrice, Chematos, Chirchir, Collins, Eric, Franklin Kibet, Franklin Mungai, Gitao, Hannah, Isaac, Ivudha, Kagasi, Karen, Ken, Kimanthi, Kirandip, Kedenji, Laina, Laureen, Lynette, Lucky, Maina, Mambo, Masiwa, Maureen, Akoth, Maureen, Kadhoki, Mercy, Michael, Moritu, Mwadime, Mwau, Ngogi, Ngundi, Nyamu, Oduor, Onyango, Orima, Ronald, Said, Sandra, Sogota, Wawela, Wahu, Wanjuki. Please remain upstanding for the award of the diploma.
Diploma in Tax Administration, Distinction, Achuka Stephen Eruman, Adede Julie Atieno, Ambutsi Kalerwa Norbert, Agustin Santa Hoya, Badaway Aisha Ahmed, Caroline Nkatha Mwenda, Caroline Jepkoech, Chibwara Christine Umazi, Claas Ouma Watiti, David Omare Esaba, Farida Mohamed Bokoko, Georgina Nakatama Wafula, Gladys Kibugi Tabu, James Mutegi Mutiria, John Jonah Wandera, Josephine Gabi Kilango, Kakai Grievin Weluha, Kawira Delphine Mugambi, Michael Mwinga Nzuya, Mohammed Ali Ali, Maud Abdurrahman Ibrahim, Najma Abdirashid Maalim, Njeru Kagendo Mary, Ongera Calvin Nyakweba, Rotich Barbara Chebet, Simiyu Michelle Nanjala, Sumo Mwanaisha Masudi. Upper credit, Akoth, Alex, Alivisa, Alan, Ambassa, Amuno Cyril, Alin, Atonga, Barasa, Brenda, Brian Ochalu, Brian Ongeri, Chepto, Damaris, Dennis Barmasai, Dennis Kirimi, Derek, Eli, Elvis, Emmanuel, Eric Mutie, Eric Kipkorir, Ernest, Evans, Faith Chalangat, Faith Wamboi, Fauzia, Felix, Fwamba, Gentrix, Hamilton, Hilda, Jackson, Judith, Kamau, Karaoke, Kimtai, Kipngetich, Kosgei, Kula, Laura, Livingstone, Mandano, Mary, Michelle, Mukuhi, Musau, Mutai, Mutisia, Mwangare, Mwangi, Mwaramoyo, Naomi, Ndenga, Ngetich, Njathi, Njiru, Joroge, Nyagaka, Nyoike, Nzavi, Obeid, Odhiambo Elizabeth, Odhiambo Jerry, Ogola, Omolo, Owen, Peter, Ruto, Samuel, Sharon Chepchirir, Sharon Nduku, Susan, Wairima, Wamwanda. Lower credit, Anya, Bruno, Karani, Kibiro, Muga, Mwarasi, Mwatela, Njeru, Omar, Ryan, Shuhuli, Stacy, Suma. Please remain upstanding for the award of the diploma.
I request the Commissioner General to come forward and do the conferment.
Upon the certification of the KESRA Academic Board and by the powers conferred upon me by the Kenya Revenue Authority, during this 19th graduation, a congregation of the award of certificate and diplomas of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, I do hereby award you Diploma in Tax Administration and Diploma in Customs Administration, respectively, for which you have been trained, evaluated, and certified. Congratulations to you all.
Well done to the Diploma in Customs and Tax Administration graduates. And now, last but not least, he who dances last dances longest, right? Yeah, we have a total of 516 Kenya Revenue Authority employees trained in tax and customs. Commissioner General and guests and commissioners, we are about to send these students back to you to come and help you in the revenue collection job. I will read the citation. I will ask the students to stand as your name is read until the Commissioner General confers you. During the academic year 2021-2022, 516 graduates from Kenya Revenue Authority satisfied the school academic board for the award of Technical Certificate in Customs Administration and Technical Certificate in Tax Administration. I now call upon the head tax training, the head customs training to come forward and present the graduates. We begin with Edmond Katana, the associate head tax training, presenting the customs graduates. Katana, come forward.
Technical Training in Customs Administration, Distinction, Alice Mwende Kioko, Alice Nyambura Ngatia, Awino Diana Baraza, Benson Waweru Kirugo, Betty Karuitha Gatobu, Caroline Musimbi, Consolata Naliaka Mucholi, David Kariu Muridhi, Eden Raphael Owino, Edmond Okemo Jr., Emmanuel Korir, Francis Mwangima Mshimba, Humphrey Muridhi, Humphrey Opondo Mukhongo, Hussein Morinde Abdul, Innocent Naipanoi, Ireri Rose Mwende, Isaac Fundi Leweri, Yvonne Murunga Pendo, James Nyakundi Ogachi, Jalso Godana Bonaya, Joy Muhia, Kelvin Katumi Kisengese, Kelvin Mumbe Kago, Kevin Karanja Muiruri, Kibet Alex Songok, Kingori David Gishuki, Kingori Gladys Wangeshi, Langat Wesley Cheriot, Lucy Nyiva Wambua, Linus Waruhi Mbogo, Maio Sylvia Cherono, Mahanu Teresa Nafula, Mbogo Faith Wamboi, Mohamed Himra, Muiruri Charles Ndirangu, Musembi Brenda Mutanu, Mustafa Buro, Mudhama Lilian Nthoki, Mutisia Faith Ndunku, Mwakima Rita Mushigadi, Mwangangi Cosmas Emmanuel, Mwende Masi, Nancy na Mwatiko Wamalwa, Neema Otindo Achieng, Nganga Stephanie Njambi, Nyangeshanga Hostin Ogeto, Odhiambo Jacqueline Atieno, Okeno Ochieng Anthony, Omari Deborah Nyarangi, Omwenga Marion Nyatichi, Purity Kananu Ashira, Rachel Wanjiku Irungu, Sarah Wanjiku, Sheila Oigara, Tekla Mutanda, Titus Kipruto Kipchumba, Tracy Olesia, Veronica Kemunto, Victor Juma. Upper Credit, Abed, Aboki, Achieng, Agnes, Alex, Amoth, Andrew, Angela, Ann Wanyeri, Ann Mburu, Anthony, Anyange, Ashrin, Beatrice, Bernard, Baraka, Bernard Okoth, Bernard Onyinkwa, Barat, Brenda, Bosi, Brenda Adhiambo, Brian Nyaga, Calvin Okem, Caroline Kwamboka, Caroline Gaki, Catherine Chelangat, Chepkorir, Cheriot, Christine Wamburu, Christine Kwamboka, Christine Iminza, Collins, Cynthia Ongoma, Cynthia Nyakara, Daisy, Dan, Daniel, David, Edome, Elizabeth, Eric Kipsang, Eric Mitches, Eric Okoth, Eunice, Evans, Faith, Fenton, Festus, Florence, Francis Omondi, Francis Muga, Gakuya, Gadhaku, Geoffrey, Gloria Kadenge, Gloria Cherotich, Gloria Mongare, Helen, Honest, Irene, Ivy, Jacqueline Jerotich, Jacqueline Kidiomo, Jacqueline Chepngeteni, Jamila, Jane, Jedi, Jeffnalis, Joanne, John Kanyili, John Washira, John Peter, Jones, Joseph, Judy, Juliet, Kagiri, Kamau, Felix, Kamau Nicole, Kanyili, Karen, Karuri, Kavana, Kelvin, Kennedy, Kenneth Kisang, Kenneth Mwebia, Kevin Kipiego, Kevin Sikolia, Kevin Abaga, Kevin Muridhi, Kezia, Kiarie, Kimainga, Kinyanjui, Kirimi, Kiruki, Kitazi, Kithaka, Anthony, Kithaka, Mary, Kivugo, Koech, Duncan, Komen, Korir, Lagat, Lekuchula, Lenokujuka, Levi, Linda, Achieng, Linda Awor, Lispa, Lucas, Lucia, Mageto, Maina, Makau, Mark Adwar, Mark Madsen, Martin Irungu, Martin Mutunga, Matoke, Maureen Mudhoni, Maureen Gathe, Maureen Chepkorir, Maxwell, Mayeko, Mbabu Masi, Mbabu Kelvin, Mbevi, Mbidhi, Masi, Mudheo, Masi Jeruto, Miriam, Mohammed, Kamar, Mohammed Rashid, Monica, Moses, Mua, Musheni, Mudo, Muiruri, Munyirwa, Muridhi, Muse, Mudhaura, Mudhoni, Mudhui, Mutwiri, Lilian, Mutwiri Dickens, Mwachia, Mwangi, Janet, Mwangi Sheila, Mwaremba, Mwea, Mwenda, Muhia, Nadim, Namayan, Nancy, Ndungu Nicholas, Ndungu Helen, Ndwiga, Nganga, Ngetich, Nicholas, Njagi, Njiru, Njoroge Kellen, Njoroge Diana, Njue, Nkure, Norien, Nyata, Nyaga, Odhiambo, Oduor, Oguda, Ojijo, Olola, Omara, Ominde, Ouma Ochieng, Ouma Roslyn, Patrick, Pauline, Peter, Petronila, Philemon, Philip, Priscilla, Rina, Ruben, Richard Muiruri, Richard Roy, Rose, Roslyn, Rotich, Ruth, Saleh, Salome, Sami Masharia, Sami Esther, Sami Patrick, Samuita, Sankaire, Shamila, Sheila, Shora, Simiu, Stephen, Susan Washera, Susan Linda, Sylvia, Teddy, Thomas, Tony, Vane, Victor, Vincent, Vivian, Washenje, Wafula, Wemo, Winnie, Winfred, Yusuf, Zinfronza. Lower credit, Asanga, Austin, Beryl, Caroline, Daphne, Dominic, Elizabeth, Elvina, Esther, Evans, Hezron, Ifra, Ismail, Yusuf, Ismail Kimosop, Isnina, Jane, Jumaya, Jude, Lindy, Lucina, Maulid, Masi, Mulei, Munandi, Muriuki, Njuguna, Ruth, Silantoi, Titus, Tobiko. Please remain upstanding for the award of the certificate.
Technical Training in Tax Administration, Distinction, Angela Cherubet Chebuson, Beatrice Nyokabi, Benjamin Osioki Kimangi, Dennis Mwiti, Edna Nyanchama Mishira, Elizabeth Nzomo, Eugene Nzioka, Farida Mwende Motuko, Haron Wamoyoi, Hasera Vana Raha, Iroto Irene, Jael Jelangad Koril, Jael Mwangoe, James Kaesa, Jane Wanjiko Awero, Jane Wawero, Janet Kemunto Okari, Kennedy Mathengenganga, Kimwaga John Mwangombe, Lillian Nelima Mulupi, Margaret Mwende Kimanzi Motuko Ngao, Natalie Nyawera Kiranga, Nyabuto Achuka Dennis, Ondieki John, Patricia Getire, Renee Oyui, Siblina Kigusa Mwawasi, Vivian Jepkemei, Zainab Nguvu. Upper credits: Abdi, Angelica, Anne Mary, Asiba, Levina, Athiambo, Asuma, Barbara, Beatrice, Bernard, Boit, Brian Amugune, Brian Kimathi, Brian Mwangi, Bwire, Candy, Caroline, Celine, Christina Mondi, Christine Kambu, Collins Bet, Collins Achieng, Odwar, Collins Ochieng, Collins Ongonga, Cynthia Cherotich, Cyrus, Daisy, Daniel Abuga, Daniel Alfred, Daniel Kipkosgei, Daniel Kiplimo, Davin, David, Dennis Cairo, Dennis Mudola, Dennis Mureithi, Diana, Dixon, Dimfin, Dorcas, Doreen, Douglas, Edwin, Elvis, Emma, Immaculate, Esther Kirubo, Esther Mosuya, Evelyn, Faith Kimunto, Faith Salma, Fidelis, Francis Mureithi, Francis Motua, Gladys, Gloria, Grace, Haja, Halima, Ian, Irene Chepkoech, Irene Jerry, Irene Vicky, Irene Wanjiko, Isaac, Jackson Kibiwot, Jackson Mwenja, Jane, Janet Omondi, Janet Wanjiko, Janet Nyakundi, Joan, John, Joyce Awor, Juliet Motheo, Juliet Sei, Jumwa, Karanu, Karen, Leonard, Linta, Lorna, Louis, Magdalene, Mark, Martin, Mary, Matthew, Michael, Michelle, Michelle, Miriam, Moffat, Maureen, Mamiles, Matabari, Motunga, Mwakodi, Mwita, Nancy Achieng, Nancy Kerubo, Nelly, Nelson, Ngundo, Nixon, Niva, Nyageta, Olive, Omar, Obwar, Peter Kipkirui, Peter Mungai, Felix, Philip, Rolin, Rose Motheni, Rose Tuitok, Roslyn, Rosemary, Ruth Akinyi, Ruth Bosire, Ruth Queen, Salim, Shadrach, Silas, Sylvia, Titus, Tufos, Valerie, Velma, Vincent, Walter, Kirop, William Osiel, Wilson, Winnie Akinyi, Winnie Kemunto, Winnie Mwakila, Winnie Wahome, Zainab Kadenge, Abdallah, Zipporah. Lower credits: Abraham, Anastasia, Anna, Anne, Antonina, Brian, Caroline, Christine, David, Dawe, Diana, Dolphin, Elizabeth, Enoch, Eric, Frederick, Harrison, Irene, Ken, May, Patricia, Paul, Robert, Samuel, Stephen. Please remain upstanding for the award of the certificates.
I request the CG to come and do conferment to his 516 employees. CG.
So, before I award this, I think it's important to note that these have been working for us as a graduate, as a study. So upon the certification of the KESRA Academic Board and by the powers conferred upon me by the Kenya Revenue Authority, during this 19th congregation of the award of certificates and diplomas of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, I do hereby award you the Technical Training Certificate in Customs Administration and the Technical Training Certificate in Tax Administration, respectively, for which you have been trained, evaluated, and certified. Congratulations.
Thank you, congratulations. Congratulations to the 882 graduates, the 516 from Kenya Revenue Authority. The commissioners have taken note, targets are waiting for you, and I know you'll do a great job. I'm certain you will not let us down, you will do a great job. As I take a bow and invite the MC, I just want to give very special appreciation to the board, Commissioner General, commissioners who allowed these 518 to come and study, and to our gracious parents, thank you very much. You have sponsored 366 students to the Kenya School of Revenue Administration, and I know they will not let you down. Faculty who did a great job in training them, both full-time and adjunct faculty, I want to appreciate you very much. Without you, we would not have had these students. The Kenya Revenue Authority, school staff, everybody who participated in this activity, we thank you very much. Bomas of Kenya, asanteni sana. MC, I wish to take a bow and invite you to come and progress with the program. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Emma Omwenga. A round of applause for Dr. Emma Omwenga. My fellow technical trainees, it has been 18 months of collecting revenue in both customs and tax, and we did it. And to my fellow graduates, no longer graduates, it is a moment for us to celebrate. And in the words of Dr. Emma Omwenga, to our parents, to our brothers, to our sisters, and our guardians, asanteni sana, shukran. If we could have a round of applause for each one of us. With your permission, Chief Guest, before I proceed on to the next segment, I would like to echo the words of Engineer Ithao. He said to every one of us that your network is your net worth. So over here, you have 882 possible means of expanding your network. And among them, you have possibly 6 more because we have the law of 6 degrees of separation. I have been requested by the launch team of the KESRA app that they would like to direct your attention to the screens for a second viewing of the video launch. With your permission, Chief Guest, please allow the team to just show their screen for 2 minutes. Media team.
Experience KESRA in a whole new way. KESRA has developed a mobile app to unlock convenience. The ARP is a one-stop shop for all knowledge on tax, customs, and fiscal policy. As a student, you can enhance your student experience through the creation of an individual profile. This profile will enable you to register for your academic units, access your timetable, and check your fee statement on the go. The KESRA experience is not limited to KESRA students. For professionals and anyone seeking to enrich their knowledge in tax, customs, and fiscal policy, you can use the app to access the knowledge repository. This repository opens you up to a world of journals, articles, and research papers. If you're undertaking research on tax, customs, and fiscal policy, this is the place to be, as the frequently updated resources, such as the Finance Act and HS 2022 codes, will keep you updated on emerging issues. For your career progression and personal development, you can apply for the KESRA short courses, which focus on tax, customs, leadership and governance, data analytics, and fiscal policy at the click of a button. Want to impress your peers with information in tax, customs, and fiscal policy? Stand out from the rest by subscribing to the Quarterly Tax Prism, where you can assess and read opinion pieces by subject matter experts. With this, you can hold competent business conversations on emerging issues and dazzle your peers with your knowledge. Be bold and engage. Download the KESRA app today.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our very able team at KESRA. This is just a reminder to each and every single one of you, if you have not yet downloaded our app, what are you waiting for? For those of you who are traveling, as I mentioned earlier, this is a place to know what you need to declare. For our corporate partners, if you want any trainings offered by our institution, the foremost institution in East and Central Africa, and I dare say in Africa, in tax training, you can go to our app. And for our students and those looking to join us, this is a place to go to not only inquire, but to register and enroll. As we await to transition to the next segment, I shall call upon our band, the Yellow Wagoners, to serenade us with one last tune. Huniachi by Ruben Kigame. The Yellow Wagoners. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And I believe indeed this is a good way to almost come to the end of our segment. That indeed the Lord shall never leave us, nor shall he ever forsake us. Mr. Chief Guest, I would like to recognize that this Yellow Wagoners Band has been led today by Officer in Charge, Lieutenant Maureen Wesonga, and Second in Charge, Corporal Joseph Mutisia. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our disciplined forces. I think we can do better than that after such wonderful music. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that we would like to have a photo with our chief guest because indeed we need to remember that we were here, correct? Ama namna gani? At this juncture, allow me to invite our chief guest, members of our board, Commissioner General, and commissioners here present to please go down and take a photo with our graduates today. Thank you. We shall do 3 photos because we have 3 segments where our students are present. So we shall start with this segment right here, immediately below the dais. We shall have photos with our chief guest, our Commissioner General, members of our board, and commissioners here present. So this segment, if you could please stand so that we can have a photo, because I believe it is always good to celebrate our leaders and also remember ourselves on the day that we had a graduation. Our band, if you could just be getting ready as we set ourselves up. And ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that today, from our discipline forces, it is being led by Inspector Silas Mutuma and Chief Inspector Edward Morithi. Second segment, if you could all be upstanding for your photo session. Thank you, Chief Guest, for your indulgence. We appreciate you. Indeed, tutenda nyumbani kwa baba. Please give us another tune, our very able AP band. And last but not least, our third segment, if you could all be upstanding so that we can have a photo with our chief guest. Once more, chief guest, we thank you for your indulgence and for taking a photo with our graduates today. Thank you, our chief guest, Commissioner General, Faculty, Career Management at Large. If our third section, if everybody could take their seats now. Thank you, our very able AP band. And Mr. Chief Guest, let me just assure you that within Kenya, in our disciplined forces, we definitely do have talent to always ensure that at any event, we keep things moving and we entertain. I would like to remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that our theme for today at this 19th graduation ceremony is a regional approach to capacity building in tax and customs. As you can see, we have our colleagues and our partner states from the EAC, Tanzania, and Uganda here represented because we are one region and we want to continue to capacity build in these respective sections. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to call upon Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi to appreciate our chief guest. Because I think that when somebody comes to visit you, when they give you of their time, it is good and proper to appreciate them. Don't we all agree? Don't we all agree, ladies and gentlemen, that we also want our chief guest to pass our regards to our Cabinet Secretary for Treasury. So at this juncture, Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi, please come to conduct the gifting ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi.
I think we now change protocol a bit and we start with our esteemed graduates, not graduates anymore, graduates. We are very, very proud of you and congratulations. And now, Chief Guest, Commissioner General, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to present a small gift to the CS, National Treasury, for the support that he continues to give us, and also for participating through the esteemed PAS here today. And so I will invite the Commissioner General to present his gift to the CS National Treasury.
So, first, CG, you can face the main camera so the people out there can see you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, and then over here, CG, over here, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
So, Chief Guest, please don't sit. The Commissioner General would also like to gift the PAS. This is not now for onward forwarding. A small gift. Yes.
here. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi, for appreciating our chief guest. Don't we agree we had a good day with him? Didn't we have a wonderful time with our PAS, our representative from Treasury? Ladies and gentlemen, once more, let's give 3 hearty claps for our chief guest. 1, 2, 3. With your permission, chief guest, I would like at this moment, before I call upon Dr. Mugambi, to recognize one more guest who joined us, the representative for the Director General of TVETA, Miss Bibiana. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Bibiana. And now, we are about to come to the close of our event, but just the same way we began with an official invocation by Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi, I now call upon him to dissolve this congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, a very hearty round of applause for Dr. Mugambi Mwirigi.
And so, Commissioner General, the government of Kenya represented here by the PAS, parents and guardians, we are happy to hand over these graduates back to you so that they can help in building the nation. And now, by the powers vested in me as the Commissioner of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration by the Kenya Revenue Authority, I hereby declare the 19th congregation for the award of certificates, technical training certificates, and diplomas of the Kenya School of Revenue Administration officially dissolved.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for us today. Now, just the same way we began with God, ladies and gentlemen, we have to close with the words of prayer. I would just like to remind you that if you're currently taking photographs, please don't forget to add the hashtag KESRA Graduation 2022. A reminder to those of you, if you have not yet had a chance to check out KRA TV, you can go to kra.go.ke, and in there is KRA TV. We're also live on YouTube on our KESRA channel. Allow me at this moment to call upon Mr. Paul Mui to lead us in a closing word of prayer. Mr. Paul?
As we gather, may your spirit work within us. As we gather, may we glorify your name, knowing well that as our hearts begin to worship, we'll be blessed because we came. We'll be blessed because we came. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never will come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O God. Great is thy faithfulness. Indeed, Lord, we have a blessed country, we have a blessed Kenya Revenue Authority, and we have a blessed KESRA. This far, Lord, through the journey you have been with us, and you know we are going to be with us, Father. Even as we leave this place, Father, we pray for journey mercies. May you be with us, may you guide us, may you prosper us. For we pray this trusting and believing in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Paul. A round of applause for Mr. Paul Mui. Chief guest, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my humble ask that we all be upstanding for the national anthem. Thank you, AP Band. Ladies and gentlemen, you may now have your seats. The day is ended. We are almost coming to a close. As we close, Mr. Chief Guest, I would like at this moment just to appreciate you for your time with us today. We also want to thank our board of directors for finding the time. We want to thank our management in being led by our CG, Mr. Githim Buru, our commissioners here present, deputy commissioners, chief managers, and all KRA staff at large, our invited guests, our graduates, and our parents. We want to thank you for taking of your time to be here with us today. We are about to proceed for the academic recession. Please allow me to instruct on how this shall go. We shall have it led by our very able AP Band. Following the AP Band shall be our chief guest. Our chief guest shall be accompanied by board of directors, CG, and commissioners. Of course, we shall also have our deputy commissioners and senior management here present, and after that, faculty of KESRA, and thereafter, the students. So please allow for the academic recession to occur, led by the AP, chief guest, board of directors, CG, commissioners, DCs, and other management here present, and faculty of KESRA. Students and our parents, please take a seat as we commence our academic recession. Thank you.
Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Everything you put your hand go walk. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen. Amen. Every hustler getting paid. Where the hustle go come to pay. Your own in no go take. Amen. If you don't find work, do your own. God self go do his own. And flesh go cover bone. Amen. Amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Everything you put your hand go up. Your name go open doors. You self go be a boss. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you exit, particularly the students, our marketing team from KESRA would like to take a video of us dancing and celebrating. I'm sure from here mnaenda sherehe. So Mr. DJ atacheza kama yeye, alafu kutakuwa na video ama namna gani? Yes sir. So Mr. DJ, take it up. Guys, let's dance for a bit before we exit to go and have a good time. Mr. DJ.
Go.
I want to flex my love, I want to impress, and I want to carry my love to a place she loves. I'm a man, I want to impress.